Hello, scrappy friends. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. We have been gone for a couple weeks enjoying the holidays, but welcome back. It's so good to be here. If this is your first time here, well, in fact, let me know. Let me know in the comments if this is your first time here. I'd love to know that. My name is Diane Gutierrez, and I am a Creative Memories advisor located in Southern California. We are going to begin our Keeping Scrapbooking Simple series, and we are going to use Creative Memories, the new book, the 52 scrapbooking projects and recipe books that came out last fall. Every time we will, I will tell you the page we're working on and the recipe number in case you have the book, but not to worry if you don't. I have put a PDF up on my blog so that you can go over and grab the recipe, and I try and do that normally a couple days before, so if you're ever wondering, you can go over and get it and then gather your materials and we can scrap together, so that would be fun. I went through and I picked out several of the project recipes that I feel are pretty simple, and not in a boring simple way because we can always add to it if we want to, but more in a way where they're easy to follow, their cuts are easy, the photo placement is easy. Not that it's going to be a simple page when we're done, it's just simple to create. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to jump over to my overhead and we'll get started. But wait, that's right, I wanted to mention one quick thing before we do that. I am hosting a live scrapbooking event, and if you're interested, it's called Jumpstart January. The idea behind it is to spend 4 hours and get some pages created, done, and in our albums. So we'll be doing 3 double page layouts on this day. So if you're interested, I have a link to the registration form in the description. Also on my Facebook page, there's an event card. You can go look up over there. There's also a registration. Click the registration form, has more information. That was my shameless plug. Now let's jump over to my desktop. Okay, so here's the project recipe we're working on today. It's this one right here. It is page 52 of the book, project recipe number 24. Each of these are 2 pages of information. They give us the inspiration here, then they give us a general sketch down here, and the second page is full of the cutting guide. So how do we cut the paper? This one that we're using today is going to take 4 pieces of pattern paper plus 2 pieces for a background. This is actually one of my favorite types of layouts. I have what I like to call my go-to designs that when I'm in a rut or can't think of what to do, or I'm at a crop and I'm chit-chatting and I want to do something that I'm familiar with, this is one of my go-to designs because it's what I call the band, because it has that band in the middle. In that band, we put all of our photos and our decorations. If you have go-to design, it just keeps you going and flowing with your scrapbooking when you need it to. Now this one has a little bit of a twist, because normally what I would do is I'd put a solid, like a piece right down the middle, whether it's pattern paper or cardstock. But this one is a little bit of a twist, and I think this is so awesome and a great idea to change things up. What they have here is those 3 strips, and they're all different colors, which is great. I love my pattern paper. It's just a way to take our band and change it up a little bit. And they even have room up here if we wanted to do a little bit of a punch out. Let me show you what I'm going to be using. Since these are my son, I'm working on his school album. This is his elementary. This is his 2nd edition of his of his school, which would be mostly elementary days. And his school did what they called a fun day for the younger kids and then field day for the older kids. But they just go and they play different activities and little sporty type things to get them out and moving around. It's really a fun day. So I went into School Days collection, picked out these papers here. So at first glance, I'm like, I'm not sure these 2 are going to go together. I'm hoping it works. If not, I'm going to switch it over at the last minute and go to the dots. But I think these are going to work. I really like this one because it has the sporting things on it, the football, the basketball, the trophy, the soccer ball, all the sports and all the stars, and I think that's more appropriate for this day. But then I love the star paper too, and the back is more of middle school with the lockers and stuff, so don't want to really use that one. Okay, so this one is, if you're following along with the handout or the book or the guide, this is going to be my designer paper number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Now these two are tone-on-tone papers. Yes, they have the same print, but I'm okay with that because one is just going to be that little half-inch strip at the top and bottom. And these don't really have a backside because I am cutting into these annual papers. I actually bought an extra pack because I love the tone-on-tone, love to bring it in, and so I bought that pack with the intentions of only using the backside. Let's go ahead and get to cutting, and then we'll do some assembling. Remember, these are simple cuts. That's why I chose it for keeping scrapbooking simple. First one is going to be our 4-inch cut that we needed for that center, and we're going to need 2 of those. Mine is not directional piece, but if yours is, you want to make sure you're cutting it so it's going horizontally across the page. And then this piece they reserved for punch out. So if you wanted to punch out little pieces to put on your page, then you'd want to use this. I was thinking if I might come back in and fussy cut these. I'm not sure I'm going to need it on my layout, but I thought I could fussy cut some of these little stars out if I wanted to use them as embellishments. But other than that, I don't think I'll be using it for punching today. Now our sports paper. This is our 3, on this piece we need those 3-inch strips. The one, it's either going to go at the top or the bottom. Mine's going to be at the top. So I need 2 of those. Again, some simple cuts. And then the rest of this is used for photo mats. They're going to mat the 3x4 photos. I probably will do 3 1/4. I'm going to do 3 1/2. I'm going to do 3 1/2, and if I want it smaller, I'll trim it. And then this is extra, and we said 4 1/2. And then this little piece is extra also. Third piece of paper, it's a repeat of what we just did. So we need 2 of them at 3 inches. And then these 2 are extra. The last piece, which is this red one. Let's see. I'm intentionally trying to cut this part off because I could use this for journaling on other layouts if I want. So I'm going to trim off the bottom portion. And we need 4 half-inch strips. This is also used for some matting behind the photos. I think I'm going to wait because I trimmed down my photos and I'm going to have to measure them to see what I need. So I'm going to wait on this one, but I'm going to bring it back in to do some photo mats. I'm just going to use white cardstock today. I feel like these are nice bold colors, so I didn't feel like I needed to bring in any other color. This is our 4-inch piece, and it's going to come right in the center like that. Then one of our second pieces of paper, and it's going to come up here right on top. And then our last piece, which is this one and this one. And we have our strips that go like this. You see it's a very minor amount of that repeated pattern, so I thought it would be okay. And like this. So yeah, I actually like it. I don't think it's too crazy. I think my photos are going to kind of tone it down a bit, but I like it. I think it's going to be perfect for my theme. So I'm going to get everything adhered down. There's our page layout. It's simple, right? Useful. This is a very useful one. We can repeat this one over and over. Grab my photos again and show you. We already talked about them. They're my son's fun day at school. Here's our extra photo. Some of those faces are covered up. The other photos, I didn't feel I had to cover up faces because they weren't very obvious. Okay, and then this one will go like that. On the second page, we're just going to repeat what we did on the first side. So something like this. Here's my which would be a 4x6 in the sketch. This one I did mark. I did 5 by 3.5. And then this one is pretty big, so it's going to go like that. Okay, our mats will come in, and it looks like, I don't know, one on each side. So whatever you like. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to put the green on the green. I'm going to put the green on this one and the red one on this one. I might turn that around actually. Pop that out. This is kind of funny because, of course, my son was the only child that ever had stitches. You could see it. I don't think I have any pictures of it to put in an album, but here you can see the big Band-Aid. So on these two photos. So I'm kind of excited that these show that, because I'm not sure I have it anywhere else. So I will definitely have to journal about that to make sure it's noticeable. So I could point that out to him. So that was actually the one and only time, so I guess we are pretty lucky. Okay, so now I need to bring this back in and make some photo mats for this one here, for these photos here. There we go. Also, I need to not do too big of a frame because I'm adding the extra photo here. I have to keep that in mind, or I will run out of room. Okay, so it's gonna go something like that. I think I'm gonna scoot. I like my photos to be more tucked in to the center. This one might have to overlap. There we go. Okay, let me go ahead and get these adhered down real fast. Now, what am I gonna do for these? I did bring in a card. This one I wanted to mat on this card, and bringing in some of the turquoise. Yeah, I think I like it like that. I might dip into down here a little bit. That's okay. I think so. I'm gonna keep this here. First thought was I was gonna trim it down, and then I thought that's gonna give me a perfect place to do a little embellishing. So I'm going to leave it here and use that as basically my embellishment cluster base. Over here, I don't have another turquoise mat, so I'm going to bring in my scrap here. It's again the same pattern. It came from the same collection. And there we go. That way I'm kind of bringing in that turquoise on both sides. I'll dip this one down below the strips here also, just to kind of make sure that they look balanced. Okay. We're going to do a punch out, and something for the top up there that like they had in the inspiration. But for that, I'm going to bring in a border making cartridge, and I didn't have anything sport related that I wanted to use, but then I saw my camera. This one is called Shutter Love, and I thought, perfect. This is perfect for these kind of photos. And I'm only going to do one row, because I think what I'm going to do is cut it in half and put half on each side. Okay, so here's our punch out, and we can probably do 3 cameras and 3 hearts. Yeah, 3 cameras and 3 hearts per side. So let's trim this off. That way the hearts are covered. Yeah, I like that. The hearts are actually now red, and I don't have to decorate them. Yeah, I like that. We're ready to do our journaling, and then we'll get right into our embellishing. I brought in this card from this collection. It's really cute. I liked it because it has the little clipboard, and you know, they were kind of keeping little tallies on the kids. There were no prizes or anything like that, but just for fun. And so I thought it was kind of cute. You'd see clipboards in sporting events, I feel like. So I'm going to tuck it right under here, and I'm just watching that corner up there because I don't want it too much of a gap there. And that's going to be my journaling area. So I have enough room to say, you know, it was fun day, and maybe talk about his stitches, but I am going to decorate right here. Okay, so what did I bring in for embellishing? I brought in a few things. The sticker sheets have a few things. Oops, take that away. I wanted to show you guys something. I'll show you at the end. Has a few things on the sticker sheet, and I liked these matte cards because I feel like fussy cut these out, at least the stars and the ribbon, the foam finger, and I thought that those might be cute. So we're going to put those aside. And then because some of the embellishments for this pack, I pulled out what I thought was appropriate for this event, and they're kind of big. So we're going to see how we do here. I'm going to do some embellishing here. Right here. I'm going to do some right there. And then I'm going to do some right over here. I might cover up that corner since I have more room down here, and I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and start up here. And I did make a die cut. I got a new die cut in my stocking for Christmas, and it's really cute. It's supposed to make like a little tag, but I love me a good circle and a scallop, and it just adds a little bit more to your layouts. But this one could be made into a tag. I don't necessarily need to see the tag, make it into a tag this time, but I still love it. It is that paper that I used over here and for the border. So I'm going to use that as my embellishment cluster base, and it's going to go right up there. Okay, now here's where we're going to play a little bit, because this trophy's cute. Like I said, nobody got awards or anything, but it's just really big. So I'm not sure. My idea was that and then this up onto some foam tape. But I really think it's a little bit big. I think I can get the same idea with some of these stickers. So here's almost the same thing. The little trophy, and it says super. So that works for this event. And then here's another banner that says school. So we have opposite colors now. Yeah, it was kind of, I like this one because it was yellow. It is just really big. Okay, like that was my idea. And then like this, and probably bring that up onto some foam tape. Yeah, I like the sizing much better. Let's go ahead and get some foam for this. Okay, looks like it says super school. Okay, yep, I like that. It's much better. I think it's much better than the big ones. We'll save that for another layout. Okay, I think that's it. Let's move down here, and we'll come back up there if we need to. Down here, now going through some of my stash and cleaning some collections up, which I'll be talking about later. I found these cute little tags. This is just a die cut from my die cut machine. And I thought, oh, the colors kind of go. They're from a different collection, but they're still bright and cheerful. So I'm thinking maybe down here somewhere. Maybe something, tuck one in. Let's see, tuck one in. Something like that. And oh yeah, I picked this one from the Best Life collection. It says Best Friends, and this is his little gang of friends that year. So I thought that's perfect. So let me get some foam tape for that. And it's gonna go right there. Oops, turn it upside down. Right there, kind of at the base of those little tags. And then I have this little tab. Now I'm just bringing in all kinds of different colors now. Like these little pieces from things, and I like doing this. I like putting the tabs at the top of a photo mat. Kind of looks like it is a file folder or something. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do right there. Maybe I'll come back and put some twine on those, but I don't think so because I feel like there's a lot already going on. And so my last area will be right over here. I'll bring in some of these sporty things. Now this is from our background piece, so that's cute. So is the school actually. So and too much yellow. That trophy's not going to make it on this layout. Let's start with the, forgot what that's called, megaphone, and see if we can get some of these sporty. And you can't really see in any of these, but they do have all kinds of different events for them. I'm going to scoot this down and just have it tucked behind there. So I don't need to see the whole basketball. I just need to kind of know that what it is. And I think sometimes we get caught up that we have to show the whole thing, and we don't. We can just put a little piece. There we go. Tuck that football in behind there. Let's cut these. I'm gonna cut the stars. Maybe this ribbon, but this is what I want to show you. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm just gonna fussy cut out these little stars right here. And this one, I'm gonna try it right over here. And I'm gonna put that on foam actually. There we go. And it's gonna go just like that over all on top of all of those. Let me show you what I was gonna do, and then maybe I'll come back and fussy cut that. So I want a little ribbon. I think ribbons will be perfect for this event, and I love ribbons when it comes to lots of school events actually, whether they are you know, getting an award or something. So I've done this before. I don't think I've shown you, but maybe I have. So sorry if it's a repeat, but or a good reminder, right? So maybe I have some scraps here. So I'm bringing in my my scalloped circle, and I'm going to first put it in the little area number 1. I'm going to cut out the scallop, and it's going to be the ruffly part of the ribbon. Of course, I picked the smallest scrap. There we go. There's the top part of the ribbon. I want just the circle. So remember, this one has the 3 cuts, and the next one we get a scallop and just a plain old circle. Now you can use another punch for the circle if you wanted to, but since I have this one out, I'm gonna just go ahead and use it. There it is. And I don't necessarily need this. I've been saving these. I think I might make a border out of those someday because I'm getting quite a few of them. Okay, and then, so here's our ribbon. I think this would look great up onto some foam. Oh, and it even has little stars on it. Perfect. And then to get our little ribbon hanging down, you probably guessed already, I'm gonna bring in the banner border making cartridge and use it like a single punch. So I have this scrap, and I'm just going to eyeball it on the back. There's one. Like that. There we go. And there we go. So let me go ahead and get these adhered down. And if it was too long, you can make them longer, or you could bring it down. Okay, you can go all the way up to the top if you want. I'm going to do it probably, let's see. I'm gonna turn my stripes on that orange first of all, so it looks like I meant it to be there. Like that. And then I thought it would be super cute if we brought in some words. If we can find something small enough that's gonna fit right there on the top of our circle. Well, hi, that's a little too small. Dream big, believe, friends. Friends is cute. Let's go with friends and see if we can get that to fit. And it's a little big, which is okay. Now we can either cut it into a banner cut if we wanted to, or just trim it. And then I probably would put it at an angle so that it looks like that. And there we go. You have your homemade little ribbon for these kind of pages. And I have it, let's see, I don't want it too close over here because I have best friends already. So maybe I'll do something like that. Yeah, that's kind of cute right there. There we go. That's my basic, that's my layout. I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to get all my embellishments adhered down, and then do a little journaling and put this one in my book. So thank you for joining me. That was super fun. I hope that you agree that some of these project recipes are just so helpful in keeping our pages simple. You could see I did do a little bit more embellishing than they did, but that's okay. You have to keep your style, and you have to keep the way you like to scrapbook coming through on your pages as well. So anyway, thank you again for joining me. I'll be back next week, and we're gonna do some other things besides our Keeping It Simple series. So I hope that you come back and see me next week. So bye everybody, have a great week. Take care.